Welcome to The Deep Dive. We're the show where we take a whole stack of sources and really try to pull out the key insights for you. And today we're doing something a bit different. We're diving into an ode, like a poem of praise dedicated to this really intriguing figure known only as the Poetess. Yeah, our sources, they're quite varied this time. We've got notes, some briefing doc excerpts, FAQs, even a study guide, all focused on this one poem.
Exactly. And our goal really is to unpack who this poetess is. I mean, not just maybe the real person behind the name, but also what she represents symbolically. We want to understand her impact, which seems pretty profound, transformative even, both on the poem's speaker and maybe on how we think about life and art connecting. Think of it as a way to, grasp how that blend of human connection and art can create something, really meaningful.
Yeah, get ready for some potential aha moments, because we're about to explore a life that sounds like it is poetry itself, according to these texts. Okay, let's start unpacking this. Who exactly is the poetess in, the real world? The sources tell us the speaker of the ode, he's a male author, and the poetess is his wife, his soulmate, life partner. So it's really, really personal.
It is. And what's fascinating right from the start is how her coming into his life was this huge turning point. He actually says, she saved me from myself.
Wow. That's intense.
It is. And he contrasts it with his past, mentions things like chance romances, flashes of desire. He even calls himself an addict in unhealthy relationships before her. She became, in his words, a far more healthy habit. It really makes you think, doesn't it? How can one person have that kind of, healing effect on someone else?
And her physical presence,
the
way it's described, sounds almost, otherworldly. They say her movement is poetry. Even though she says she can't dance, and that just by looking, she fills any room with music and light. She's even called iridescent, and get this, translucent yet omnipresent. I mean, imagine feeling that kind of energy just by someone walking into a room.
Right. It's more than just being physically attractive, isn't it? It seems to suggest her presence itself is inherently inspiring. Like her very being gives off this artistic quality. It changes the space, lifts people up. It speaks to a kind of subtle but really powerful influence.
Okay, so beyond that captivating presence, the sources really dig into the power of her words. This is where the descriptions get incredibly rich, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Like this. In words that slide in curvaceous lines down the sides to the circular parts of her tongue floating on some kind of honey.
Wow. Okay, that paints quite a picture. Very fluid, very captivating delivery.
Exactly.
But it seems it's not just how she speaks, it's what she says too. Her words are called money, like valuable. And they talk about wisdom hidden so deep in quips so funny, it takes us mere mortals a minute to catch up.
Huh. I like that. So deep thoughts wrapped in humor.
Precisely. It suggests that, profound truths don't always have to be these dry academic pronouncements. Sometimes the best insights are light, maybe even funny, needing a beat to really land.
It makes sense. And she's even called an oracle, able to tell you your future in words. What's that about?
Well, I don't think it means literal fortune telling, right? It seems more about her having this incredible foresight, this guiding perspective that comes through in how she communicates. The sources also say her words move like a dancer absent of any vanity. So there's a naturalness, a clarity, an unpretentious quality that makes what she says really hit home,
Her kindness also sounds pretty extraordinary. The texts say it's so infectious she can calm the pound of the most aggressive heart's pain just by the sound of her listening. Just by listening.
That's incredible, isn't it? It really highlights the sheer power of genuine empathy and just listening, properly listening.
Yeah.
It's not about big dramatic actions, but that simple act of truly hearing someone. Her selfless, loving strains, they're compared to the sound of rain, needing no translation. It suggests this really pure, intuitive connection, unconditional, offering real solace. It shows how basic human connection can be profoundly comforting.
There's another great metaphor, too. Her figure skating across hearts and minds. Her grace so effortless to connect and caress with softness. It captures that ability to build bonds so well.
That's beautiful imagery.
And then there's the hyperbole. Her smile is said to cure cancer. Obviously not literal, but what's the deeper meaning there, do you think?
Well, it just emphasizes the massive healing and unifying effect she seems to have. It's like a testament to the almost, well, miraculous power of real human connection. How genuine care can soothe deep distress, lift spirits. That extreme language just underlined how profoundly one person's compassion can impact others, turning pain into something bearable, maybe even hopeful.
And this leads us to, I think, the real core of this deep dive, where the person and the symbol merge. The sources are pretty explicit that the poetess isn't just this person, his wife. She's also a personification of poetry itself.
Exactly. That's the key link. The ode is called a tribute to the very essence of what we do tonight. Indeed, the essence of life. And she's immediately tied to that huge concept. What she does, her actions, they directly mirror what poetry, especially shared poetry, aims to achieve.
How so?
Well, like her ability to help others to see anew through her eyes. That's exactly what powerful poetry does, right? It shifts your perspective, makes you see things differently.
Ah, okay. So her unique way of seeing the world, finding wonder and beauty in the mundane, seeing rainbows before the end of the rain, that's like poetry itself teaching us.
Precisely, teaching us to appreciate the everyday, find hope even when things are tough. She even sees the lessons in life's pain and the lessons of rejections and shame.
That suggests a really deep understanding of life, doesn't it? And the potential for growth, even from negative experiences.
Absolutely. It's about transforming hardship into wisdom. And this is where it connects to you, the listener. The poetess embodies this optimism, this belief that life can be beautiful and art can reign. But it's not passive. She also feeds lines about the necessity of change. So she inspires, yes, but she also pushes for growth, like good poetry often does.
So she's both muse and motivator.
Kind of, yeah. It's like she's an artist of life herself, the sources suggest. Taking random bits and weaving them into something meaningful, inspiring transformation, just by being who she is.
So as we wrap up this deep dive on the poetess, it feels like we've seen how one person can really embody, well, both deep human connection and the power of art.
Definitely. The sources emphasize her endless gifts, and the ode itself becomes this proof of the lasting impact of both a profound relationship and just the timeless power of expressing things poetically. It beautifully blurs that line between a real person and the art form she inspires.
So for you, our listener, maybe something to mull over. The poetess turns the everyday into wonder and pain into lessons. How might cultivating your own kind of poetic vision, maybe actively looking for beauty around you or finding the growth in challenges, or even just really truly listening to someone, how might that let you become your own artist of life? How could that kind of shift maybe inspire some profound change in your own world? Something to think about.